Hello and welcome to this Monday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. An 84-year-old man from Omak was found dead Saturday after he was reported missing back on May 3rd. The North Cascades Lodge at Stehekin will be closed this summer after flood damage left the area's wastewater treatment plant inoperable. Mostly sunny and unseasonably warm tomorrow with some big weather changes coming our way by Wednesday. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up. A brush fire burning near Highway 24 in Grant County burned an estimated 2,200 to 2,500 acres Sunday night before crews gained control this morning. Grant County Fire District 8 crews were dispatched at 8:14 p.m. Sunday to a fire near Road 24 Southwest and Highway 24. That was at milepost 53. As the fire spread, Washington State Patrol was called to assist shortly after 9:30 p.m. Trooper Jeremy Weber says State Patrol closed the highway around 10:30 p.m. because of fire activity in that area. The highway remained closed for several hours before reopening around 1 a.m. on Monday. Crews returned to the fire scene again Monday morning, and as of 1 p.m., firefighters were preparing to transfer command of the fire to the Bureau of Land Management. An 84-year-old man from Omak was found dead Saturday after he was reported missing on May 3rd. The Okanagan County Sheriff's Department says Glenn Lawner was found dead around 11 a.m. outside of Conconelli with no suspicion of foul play. Civil Air Patrol was brought in to assist and help with the search, along with a crew of 50 volunteer members from Washington Wing. A silver alert was issued May 4th for Lawner after he was last seen near the 300 block of East Bartlett Avenue in Omak. The case remains under investigation. A pilot and passenger were uninjured after the plane they were traveling in crashed on Friday. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, the plane, a Cirrus SR-22T, experienced engine failure and was lowered to the ground by an onboard parachute in the Black Rock area 16 miles northwest of Moses Lake. The pilot and passenger were attempting to fly from Spokane to Wenatchee. The Sheriff's Office says a deputy and a Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife officer hiked to the plane and brought the pair to safety. The Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board were notified. Candidates for public office in Chelan and Douglas counties filed for this year's elections with numerous races in contention. Incumbent officials like the representatives for District 12, both sheriff's offices, and several top Chelan County and Douglas County positions, including commissioner, auditor, clerk, and treasurer, are all facing contenders. State Representative Brian Burnett is running for re-election for the District 12 position 1 against Stacy Willoughby, a Chelan banker. State Representative Mike Steele is running against two contenders as part of his re-election, Maggie Adams of Snoqualmie and Adam James, Grace City Church pastor. Outgoing Wenatchee Valley Fire Chief Brian Brett filed to run for Chelan County Auditor against Brant Capel, who also filed for the seat after he was recently appointed to the position. Appointed Douglas County Sheriff Tyler Cale is running this year, along with Adam Musgrove, a Chelan County Sheriff's Office Sergeant, and Keith Siebert, the former Quincy Police Chief. The primary election is set for August 4th, and the general election is on November 3rd. When we come back, North Central Washington was filled with events this weekend, from a rodeo to a parade and to a fundraiser for college athletics. Construction of the Confluence Parkway project has reached a major milestone, and the lead voice of the Grace City Church discussing today his mission in the community and his message to critics in an NCWLIFE Wenatchee World exclusive. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now, they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington state and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit. When it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
North Central Washington was filled with events this weekend, from a rodeo to a parade and to a fundraiser for college athletics. Hell on Hooves took place Saturday, center stage at Town Toyota Center in Wenatchee on Friday and Saturday, with a variety of animal performances, including barrel racing, bull riding, and mutton busting. Manson's Apple Blossom Festival was celebrated over Friday and Saturday as well, with every part of the parade route filled with people, including the Manson Apple Blossom royalty. Meanwhile, at Wenatchee Valley College, Kenny Main returned to headline the main event, a fundraiser for the night's athletic program on Saturday. Wenatchee Valley College President Famous Harrison said over 400 people attended this first-time event. And I am proud to say I was the MC at that event over the weekend. It was fantastic. Construction of the Confluence Parkway project has reached a major milestone. Last week marked a full year since construction began. In that time, the City of Wenatchee said key accomplishments of the McKittrick Street underpass include completing key foundation work and shifting Burlington Northern Santa Fe trains onto the completed east side of the bridge. Highlights of the North Miller overpass include completed mechanically stabilized earth walls south of the overpass and construction of the north walls to Maple Street. Once completed, the project is meant to provide congestion relief, enhance connections to local roads and businesses, and build an additional evacuation route through the city. The North Cascades Lodge at Stehekin will be closed this summer after flood damage left the area's wastewater treatment plant inoperable. The North Cascades National Park Service Complex announced on Thursday that the lodge will not offer public services. That includes lodging, food service, retail, fuel, laundry, or showers. The National Park Service says the wastewater system is connected to essential infrastructure such as concessions, park operations, housing, public showers, and the marina. Other Stehekin services like ferries, private shuttles, and tours will continue to operate during the season, and the Lakeview and Purple Point campgrounds will remain open free of charge. The closure of the lodge could be the second blow to Stehekin tourism in 3 years after the 2024 Pioneer Fire prompted evacuations of the area and limited tourism for about a month. The lead voice of the Grace City Church discussing today his mission in the community and his message to critics. All that in an NCWLIFE Wenatchee World exclusive. Rick Boone reports.
Yeah, very no-holds-barred conversation with Pastor Josh McPherson, the lead pastor at Grace City Church. This covered a number of topics from the beliefs of the church. We also talked about an upcoming event that's coming up soon, Freedom Con, that's going to be at the Gorge, coming up in about a month here that the church will be putting on. And also I asked the pastor about what do people think about him, and his answer, well, he was pretty much to the point.
And for me, what I've found is if you get down in the mud and roll around with the pigs, two things happen. You get dirty and the pigs like it. And so I've found that I don't burn much time arguing with people who I know hate me or disagree with me and don't want to change their mind. Because I love talking with people, such as yourself, who are naturally curious, humble, teachable, want to learn, love to hear people in their own voice, and love that productive dialogue that actually, I think, moves society forward by having honest conversations, not just taking the cheap punch with the accusations and mocking because they hate my worldview.
And you can see the entire interview with Pastor Josh McPherson, the lead pastor at Grace City Church, online on WenatcheeWorld.com for subscribers only. We'll also have this story in the Wenatchee World newspaper. In Wenatchee, Rick Boone, NCWLIFE News.
All right, coming up next, Serve Wenatchee Valley is moving back to its original headquarters, but this time with a lot more space. We'll have more on that coming up in tonight's feature story. Sunny and warm tomorrow with breezy and cooler weather headed our way by Wednesday and right into this weekend. I'll have your local weather details. And in sports, Cade Calvin highlights a champion mountain bike racer from Wenatchee determined to make waves internationally. The NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Serve Wenatchee Valley is moving back to its original headquarters, but this time with a lot more space. In October, a waterline flood destroyed Serve Wenatchee's office and Fresh Hope Market in downtown Wenatchee. The nonprofit moved to a temporary location in East Wenatchee, but will now move back to the Midtown building on Orondo Avenue. In tonight's features story, NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz spoke with Executive Director Mike Malman to learn more about Serve Wenatchee's next steps.
Some things changed for us. We got a call from the building's owners, the Clennons, who said they had some contiguous space open up here. When the flood happened, we were already pretty stressed at this location in terms of capacity, the amount of clients we could move through in an hour. And so with the flood came an opportunity to look for opportunities to find a larger footprint, This additional space opened up here. Things moved pretty quickly after that. We were able to sign a new lease and begin plans to enlarge the space by about 28%, dramatically enlarge our market, our food service side, where we are helping last year, 4,000 family units getting food, through this ministry, and so the additional space was significant to us, exciting to us, and we were able to get moving quickly on the project.
Outside of a couple of desks and cabinets that were nailed to the wall, you lost everything on October 2nd.
Yeah, and
really very little salvage.
Yeah, and we lost those too because they all turned out to be rotten. I think a lot of them are in a pile here right now. But we pretty much lost everything. We saved a couple computers. All our refrigeration was shot. The Valley was so generous in getting us back up and running. We got about $89,000 from our insurance, which largely went to just getting us back up and running. None of that money is available for what's going on here.
So where is the money coming from, I guess, is the next logical.
Well,
this is a remodel. These things aren't cheap.
No, it is. But you know what? It's the cheapest thing for us.
Right.
And that's important to us. There's a lot of great organizations right now that are doing some really remarkable capital projects in this community. When we were evaluating our place in the community, our goal was to stay away from a large building project, try to keep our rents low, and try to find a space that best served our client, because what we're not spending in rent or remodeling, we can be spending on food and rental deposit assistance. So this space turns out to be spectacular for that. We are starting a campaign called Hope for Tomorrow. We're looking for people to chime in and give to this ministry if they feel led, if they feel this is a valuable thing in our community. You can go right to our webpage at servewenatchee.org, find the Hope for Tomorrow icon and click on it. It'll tell you all about this project. We still don't have our final estimates in. We anticipate those coming in the next couple weeks. We're hoping our conditional use permit and building permits will come through in the next 5-6 days, and we can begin construction. We're getting some insurance money from the building owners that will get us started on the project. We did receive a significant anonymous donation that'll get us hopefully about halfway to 2/3 of the way through the project, and we anticipate we're going to need probably an additional $175,000 to $200,000 to complete it, which is very affordable when you compare it to starting at a new location or attempting to purchase and remodel a building. In this valley. This was the most cost effective that allowed us to push money towards our services. This is going to be a much more efficient space. The market's going to be enlarged by about 2/3, which means we can get more clients through in an hour. Anyone that comes to Serve Wenatchee does an intake, and we determine the level of services we can provide for them. They're vetted, in other words. And for our clients, we know that we have to say no during certain times of the day. We just don't have a room. This will change all of that.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Weather was pretty darn nice both Saturday and yesterday on Mother's Day, and I hope all you moms had a great day out there. For our Monday, not a bad start to our week either. This is the shot from our Stein Hill Tower camera looking up valley, and you can see we did have a lot of sunshine out there today with just a few of those high clouds and just a little bit of a breeze too. You can see the treetops up that way, blowing just a little bit, but it wasn't bad out there, and nice and mild. In fact, mild to even warm and hottish weather coming our way as we look forward through the week. For tomorrow, very warm and mostly sunny. We are talking temperatures mid to upper 80s, even some isolated lower 90s for high temperatures tomorrow. And then big weather changes on Wednesday. We will see some gusty winds, showers likely throughout the day on Wednesday, and much cooler. We are going to see temperatures only around 70, maybe to the mid 70s. A little bit better for Thursday, not quite as windy, at least here in Wenatchee. We're going to stay in the 70s. And for Friday, more wind, mostly sunny with high temperatures then only in the upper 60s. So get ready for a pretty good cool down as we make our way through the week. We'll have more on that coming up here in a second. But today's high temperature, boy, it was a beautiful one. 78 unofficially out there today. 70 71 is our normal high right now, and 92, our record high set in 1993. 52 this morning, 4 degrees above where we should be at 48 for this time of year, and our record right at the freezing mark. And that was set in 1985. Sunrise 5:29 this morning and sets tonight at 8:26. All right, getting you into the forecast now. Let's show you tomorrow, and it is going to be a warm one. Almost 90 for Moses Lake, 89 there, 88s for Quincy and Ephrata, 86 the high temperature for Wenatchee, Aniat, Chelan, Omak at 87, Leavenworth 84, and Kashmir beautiful tomorrow with a high temperature of 85. We expect bright sunshine and not much wind for Tuesday. Great day to get outdoors. All right, moving along then as we get into tonight, we do expect clear skies. Still a ridge of high pressure up and over the Pacific Northwest, and it's this area of low pressure that's dragging that southwesterly warmth our way. We will see lower 50s for overnight low temperatures tonight, and then for Tuesday, mostly sunny. There's that area of low pressure, and you can see the southerly flow of air moving our way. That's going to warm us up, as I mentioned, mid-80s all the way up until anywhere into the low 90s for high temperatures Tuesday. Wednesday, this is where things change. Lots of wind, cloudy skies, about a 60% chance that we will see some showers, and cooler. Notice highs about 16 degrees cooler on Wednesday at around 70 degrees, and that will continue into Thursday. Partly cloudy. We're going to get a break from the wind on Thursday, but notice that strong westerly flow. That's going to keep us about where we should be for this time of year, actually, right around 70 degrees. And then as we end our work week on Friday, a ton more wind expected, especially Friday afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies to go along with it. Even some mountain rain showers and some possible snow showers in the mountains Friday night. We will see highs only in the upper 60s on Friday. And then as we get you into the upcoming weekend, still a little bit breezy, mostly sunny for Saturday, and cooler. Highs mid-60s is all for our Saturday. And then as we end the weekend and our forecast on Sunday, things begin to improve. We'll see mostly sunny skies. Our friend high pressure moves back into our weather picture. We'll see warmer temperatures Sunday with highs then right around 70 degrees. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. It's brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 52 overnight tonight. Beautiful for Tuesday. Mostly sunny and 86. Windy. Showers likely and cooler on Wednesday with 70 expected. Partly cloudy and about where we should be on Thursday at 70 degrees. And then the cool down. Lots of wind Friday and Saturday. Mostly cloudy skies. 68 Friday down to 64 for a high on Saturday, and then things recover a bit on Sunday with mostly sunny skies and warmer temperatures. Highs then right at 70 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Cade Calvin and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back in, sports fans. I'm Cade Calvin. Well, most high school athletes are just about to wrap up their spring seasons. One Wenatchee teen is preparing to compete against some of the best young mountain bikers in the world. From the trails of Wenatchee to some of the biggest mountain bike courses in the world, 17-year-old Kean Reed continues to make a name for himself on the international stage. The young cyclist first got on a bike at just 2 years old, but says his passion for mountain biking really took off after his family moved from Seattle to Wenatchee. Reed, a natural athlete, competed in a variety of sports growing up before fully committing to cycling just a few years ago.
I always grew up playing tons of sports, so I played football, baseball, basketball, like all the team sports, and then I also did cycling, of course, and cross-country skiing. So I never really had a favorite. It was always like whatever sport I was in, whatever season I was in was my favorite. So if it was baseball season, I was just like all in on baseball. And it wasn't until like 4 years ago when I actually like really pursued cycling and kind of went all in on that.
That decision has quickly paid off for the Wenatchee High School junior. Reed is now preparing for his second straight trip to Europe, where he'll compete for another shot at the Mountain Bike World Championships in Italy. Kean rides for the Bear National Team, one of the top development programs in the country.
So they're like the premier mountain bike team in the US. And then from there, you can get selected by the national team to race like World Cups and the World Championships with the national team. So essentially they support the best riders in the country from the club. So they select kids from their club teams, and then they support them at the big races in Europe, which is the highest level.
Reed's races test both speed and endurance, with riders navigating steep climbs, rocky descents, and tight competition.
I race cross-country mountain bikes. It's called XCO, which is Cross Country Olympic. And so basically that's like a 10 to 12 minute lap, usually on a dirt trail in the mountains. And so, yeah, you're on a dirt path with you're going up super steep climbs and down super rocky descents that are super technical. Usually there's the biggest races I've raced in are like 160 kids all starting. It's a mass start. So it's 8 across at the start and you're all just racing together. And yeah, usually the races are like an hour long.
And while this isn't his first time racing on the international stage, last season ended with Reed falling ill just before the World Championships, making this year's return to Europe a true redemption opportunity.
Last season was an incredible season overall. It was just the last 3 races that I was really struggling. And so I have pretty high expectations. Last year I got 3rd as a first year. So now I'm a second year at the top of my age group. So I do have pretty high expectations for these upcoming races. And then, yeah, of course, I want a podium at the World Championships or get a top 5 would be incredible.
NCWLIFE will continue to follow Reed over the next few weeks as the Wenatchee rider chases a podium finish at the Mountain Bike World Championships in Italy. Alrighty, and some scores from Saturday. In boys varsity soccer real quick, the Tonasket Tigers defeat the Wahluke Warriors in a close one. 2-1 is your final there. And the Okanagan Bulldogs fall to the Wapato Wolves. 3-2 is your final in that one. Alrighty, that's a look at sports. Reporting for NCWLIFE, I'm Cade Calvin.
And that will do it for the NCWLIFE Evening News this Monday. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. with professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Tune in Monday through Friday at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCW Life Evening News, or go to our website at ncwlife.com, or you can visit us on Facebook. North Central Washington, the NCW Life channel has you covered.